Well, hey, welcome to Voicing Deliverance. Why am I on here? I'm out here searching for those of you that are tired and possibly sick and tired of never seeing anything accomplished as it has been promised in the Bible. Let's go to the book of Acts and let's talk about when they were in the upper room and they all were gathered there together in one mind and in one accord, and they waited for the baptism of the Holy Ghost that had been promised to them by the Lord. And there came a sound from heaven like a mighty rushing wind, and it filled the house where they were sitting, and they were speaking in other tongues, and they were baptized with the Holy Ghost and fire. Now, listen, we need that fire back again, and I'm on here to rekindle the fire. I'm not on here to criticize, I'm on here to cause us to get a desire to want something more in God that God has promised us. I want to be baptized with the Holy Ghost and fire is what I'm searching for. Those people that are tired of the docile, dead, dry type of meetings that go on and on and never give you any sense of nutritional value, never stirs up your soul. You felt as bad when you got there and feel the same way when you left. I remember searching for some kind of an answer back when I was a teenager, and I never found it. I listened, I observed, I sang, I'd raise my hands, I'd put my hands down, I'd do what they say to do, and nothing was giving me that fulfillment of that gratification. Is that what you're looking for today? If so, then let's get started. I can recall that I met a pastor, and he was a deliverance preacher, and he believed in helping people. He'd get right down there where the people were at, and he got on his knees and he prayed the prayer of faith. That's what we need. We need some real old time people that will not be afraid and will humble themselves and let God use them and pray the prayer to where there's a sound that comes from heaven as the mighty rushing wind, and it fills your house. Not only baptizes you with the Spirit of God, but baptizes you with the fire that will ignite you to pursue, ignite you to want to seek out and to let God use you and to work through you. That's what we need. We need the gift of discernment, and we need to know who is and who isn't going to accomplish anything in God. But the most important thing is this: watch who you affiliate yourself with, but you need to just shut yourself away with God and start seeking Him. Start looking for people that really want to see a move of God, that really are tired of never seeing anything happen, just going to church and talking about the rapture and talking about how perilous times are. Listen, we're living in the best days of our life. It's a time to get up and be busy about the Father's business. We are on here looking for people. We're looking for some warriors that want to see the power of God once again. I long to see the Spirit of the Lord fill the house like the first time I ever preached, which was 50 some years ago. As I was ministering, God gave me a message to teach on the Holy Ghost and fire, and while I was ministering, I began to speak words that I didn't even think that I knew or that was even in my mind. And I looked out amongst that small little crowd of people, and I saw the glory cloud. I had no idea what that glory cloud was at that time, and it was hovering over the people. And I turned around and I looked at this old pastor, and I said, do the rest of you see this cloud, this fog or whatever it is? And he said, yes, ma'am, we sure do. He said, we're having our own little Azusa Street. Well, at that time, I had no idea what the Azusa Street meant, but I certainly found out later that that is the glory, the Shekinah glory of God. Don't you want to see something like that pour out into your area? Now, I know God's moving in many areas. I'm not saying God's not moving in a lot of different churches, a lot of different groups or whatever, a lot of different countries ministries, there's a great outpouring of the Spirit of the Lord, but I'm searching for those that say, I want more. I want to see God. I want to see God manifest His Spirit. I want to see people healed. I want to see people delivered. God's got the same power. He has not changed over all these years. From the time He left, He said, greater works will you do than these, because I go to my Father. Don't you want to see God work things out? Aren't you getting excited about this message to where we can be baptized not only in water, but we can be baptized with the Holy Ghost and fire? I pray this helps stir you. I'm going to try to be faithful in making these recordings and getting them posted on YouTube. So I want you to know, I want you to let it be known to others that we've got something going on here, and there's a group of people going to gather together, and we're going to see God work in our lives. We've made up our mind. God is going to work in our lives, and if God be for us, who can be against us? And so, until next time.